just want to take this opportunity to say good afternoon to everyone that is here to witness this very historic moment for Antigua and Barbuda, here to witness the fulfillment of a dream and an objective of the government of Prime Minister Gaston Brown. Prime Minister Gaston Brown always dreamt of ensuring that the issue of connectivity remained front and foremost on his burners. He also realized that Antigua and Barbuda could not have done it alone, given the high intensive cost of operating an airline. He sought all over. He weighed his options with regards to who would be the best fit for Antigua and Barbuda as far as partnership is concerned to make this moment a reality. He searched near and far. He engaged his fellow Caribbean prime ministers and colleagues. But while they had the dream, the willingness, they did not have what our Prime Minister have, the focus and the realization that LIAT is an institution for Antigua and Barbuda more so, and the Caribbean in general. He coupled that vision to ensure that Antigua and Barbuda remain center in its quest to deliver connectivity to this region. Coupled with that dream, you also realize the vision of the Caribbean to engage Africa with regards to economic, social, and cultural development. So, in one stroke, the government of Antigua and Barbuda, led by Prime Minister Gaston Brown, ensured that the vision of collaboration with Africa, the vision of ensuring connectivity, sustainable connectivity in the region, and the vision to ensure sustainable livelihoods for Antigua and Barbuda were met in that one stroke. I'd like to personally thank him for having the trust and confidence, not only in me, but the team that worked and is still working with me to ensure that LIAT fulfill the aspirations that has been envisioned by him and his government. I want to thank that team because I know nothing about aviation. Demonstrated that if you have a good team and you have good management skill, there's nothing that you cannot accomplish. And with the skill of our negotiating team, we were able to engage with our AP's counterpart to make this event today and the future of LIAT looking bright and become a reality. I want to thank Hafsa Abdul Salam. She journeyed from the UK, from Lagos, and worked tirelessly with us to ensure that all of the obstacles that were placed in our way, some inadvertently and some advertently, were able to overcome them. It was not an easy road, but time will come when that story will be told. All I can say today, we all as Antiguans should be proud, because this is our institution, this is our glory. Let us all share in it and ensure that this is just the beginning of Antigua and Barbuda becoming a regional and an international center for air transportation. We are proud of that, Prime Minister. We are proud of your vision, and thank you very much. We welcome you to say something to the people.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Davin Joseph. I acknowledge my colleague minister, the Honorable Charles Max Fernandez, and certainly all of the distinguished ladies and gentlemen here this afternoon as we celebrate this very momentous occasion, signaling a very important event in Caribbean aviation history. Someone said to me earlier that perhaps I should feel turkey-chested. In fact, I feel a sense of humility. And when I look at the fact that back in 2020, that we had the vision, the courage, and the tenacity to incorporate LIAT 2020 at one of the most difficult periods in Caribbean civilization, and that today, 4 years later, we are here celebrating what can be considered literally the establishment of LIAT 2020. I think that this is indeed a resounding success for Antigua and Barbuda and the Caribbean people. I'm always of the view that Caribbean people, and certainly Antiguans and Barbudans, are among the most resilient people in the world. And whereas there are many who literally were daunted by COVID, you'd recall that I said to you, as the leader of this great country during that period of COVID, that we should not be daunted by COVID. I said to you at the time that we should respect COVID as a very menacing disease. But I also said to you that we should learn to work and live with COVID, and that we should continue to plan for the advancement of our country. And that is precisely what we did. No one would have expected that a small island state, one of the most vulnerable countries in the world, Antigua and Barbuda, which would have endured one of the most significant, devastating impact of COVID in 2020, would have had the courage to plan to start a new airline. In fact, at the time, I was very disappointed that my other Caribbean heads did not see COVID as an opportunity. We saw COVID as an opportunity to right-size LIAT, to get LIAT right. There are others who felt that COVID was an opportunity to destroy LIAT. And I'm not blaming them, because I can understand the mindset at the time, recognizing the impact of COVID on the Caribbean people and the globe. At the time, if you asked me where we would have gotten $20 million as a nation to invest in the establishment of LIAT 2020, I don't believe I would have had a precise answer. I probably would have said to you at the time that God will provide. But today, we're in a position in which the government of Antigua and Barbuda has already placed $12.1 million in escrow to purchase the 3 ATRs, and we'll also make available another $10 million to repair the 3 aircraft to make sure that they're airworthy. So in essence, we're committed to spending in excess of $20 million to make LIAT 2020 a resounding success. Evidently, we could not have done it alone. In fact, we shopped for several years. We shopped with several Caribbean countries to get them on board. We also had held meetings at the Caribbean Development Bank to ask them to assist, to help us to make LIAT 2020 a reality. And practically all of our attempts, with the exception of the partnership with Air Peace, would have been futile. I recall the Caribbean Development Bank officials saying to me at the time that they are airline agnostic. Therefore, they had no specific interests to see the creation or the successful creation of LIAT 2020. And I remember saying to them, well, whereas you are airline agnostic, the reality is the government of Antigua and Barbuda is totally committed to the establishment of LIAT 2020 to ensure the connectivity of the Caribbean people. We are also driven by the objective of maintaining and creating jobs for people in the airline sector. And we recognize that as a result of the displacement that took place during COVID, that there are many LIAT workers who were placed on the breadline. So we took a decision to maintain a reduced LIAT in order to keep over 100 individuals employed during the last 4 years. And we did so in the interests of the employees of LIAT. And that is the nature of a caring government that was very concerned about the displacement. I know the issue of severance remains an issue. And whereas my administration has no legal obligation to pay severance, I say to the displaced workers of LIAT, and even those who are still employed with LIAT, that my administration is committed to covering the 32% severance representing the shareholding that my government had in LIAT at the time. In fact, I say to you that whereas the union has been an impediment, my administration is now prepared to negotiate directly with LIAT staff and to put a mechanism in place to make sure that 32% is paid to you. However, it will require the maturity of the staff to look beyond the partisan politics of the union and to negotiate directly with our government so that we can make those funds available to you in whatever combination of cash, bonds, and land. So I reiterate that the offer still stands, and I encourage existing staff and former staff of LIAT to take up the offer. Today, we are celebrating the establishment of LIAT 2020, and it would not have materialized if we did not have the support of Earpiece as a partner. And I want to take this opportunity to thank the principals of Earpiece, Alan Oyema, and the other members of Earpiece Africa, Earpiece Caribbean. I also want to thank Hafsa, who is here with us from Earpiece, for the commitment that they have shown to this partnership. This partnership will see LIAT 20 commencing with 7 aircraft, 3 ATRs, 3 50-seaters, and I believe within a matter of months we'll have a 4th aircraft, which will be a 128-seater. So in other words, LIAT will be bigger and better. And I also say here that LIAT is a Caribbean institution, a very important institution for the Caribbean people, as we seek to ensure that we integrate or further integrate Caribbean people. And in order to have a successful integration movement, we must be able to move people. That is why it is so important to re-establish LIAT in the form of LIAT 2020 so that we can provide reliable and affordable transportation for the Caribbean people. I think too that this is a great example, this achievement is a great example for the Antiguan and Barbudan people, and certainly the people of the Caribbean, to continue to show the type of resilience, the resilience of our forebears who had to contend with colonialism and slavery, who were not daunted by the challenges of colonialism and slavery, but at the same time, through their blood, sweat, and tears, would have fought for a better life for all of their future generations. And today we stand on their shoulder, and we continue in the spirit of our forebears to continue to fight unrelentingly as we seek to achieve resilient prosperity of our people. And I use this opportunity today to reassure the people of Antigua and Barbuda, and certainly the Caribbean, of my personal commitment and love and certainly care, as well as that of my administration for the Antiguan and Barbudan and the Caribbean people. And as I said to my cabinet colleagues, my administration is a can-do government, a can-do administration. And no matter how daunting the task may be, you can be assured that my administration will never fail to try. You can be assured that my administration will always fight on behalf of the people of Antigua and Barbuda and the Caribbean. And today, I stand proudly as an Antiguan and Barbudan citizen and as your Prime Minister, celebrating yet another achievement, albeit through very difficult circumstances. And I say to you that the future of our country and the future of the Caribbean is one of progress, one of success. And from time to time, we will be challenged. We'll be challenged by endogenous and exogenous shocks, to include climate change, but we should always remain hopeful. We should always remain faithful to the cause of uplifting our people. And we must continue to work in harmony with each other, notwithstanding our political persuasion, notwithstanding our differences, recognizing that the solidarity of the Antiguan and Barbudan people, the solidarity of the Caribbean people, will result in the advancement of our people. Once again, I thank you. I thank everyone who made today's achievement a resounding success. I thank those who participated in the interim committee and interim directorship of LIAT 2020, to include Ambassador Davin Joseph. Sir, I want to thank you for your personal commitment, for the leadership that you provided. And again, I say to the people of Antigua and Barbuda that we have a bright future ahead of us. And let us remain hopeful. Let us continue to work unrelentingly, while at the same time faithfully serving the people and empowering the people of Antigua and Barbuda and the Caribbean. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister. We are all very grateful and happy to be serving under you. You have given us great inspiration, sir, for us to make Antigua bigger and better. We couldn't have done it, as you said, without APs. We couldn't have done it without that cooperation that we have with our African brothers and sisters. And Prime Minister, I would like to take the opportunity at this time to ask Ms. Abdusalam to come and let us welcome her and she speak with us as to where we're going as far as LIAT 20 is concerned. After?
I'm a little camera shy, so I've only got a few words to say. Closer. I did say I was a little camera shy. I just wanted to say thank you very much to the Prime Minister for his support. It's been extremely invaluable. I did say earlier that if not for the vision, the commitment, the dedication of the Prime Minister and the vision that he had to bring LIAT back into the skies, we probably won't be here. So thank you very much, Mr. Prime Minister, and obviously your cabinet as well for the support that you've given. I want to take the opportunity to also say, thank you to the LIAT 2020 team. Majority of them are ex-LIAT 74 who have proudly served LIAT over the years, and I think they've still got some fuel in them for the next couple of years. At the moment, we're just now planning, racing to try and get those aircraft back in the air for you. We keenly listening to the yearnings and the aspirations of the Caribbean people. I guess our commitments as LIAT 2020 will be to provide the kind of service that you'll be expecting from us. And I don't have much to say, just watch this space and we'll be back. Thank you.
And everybody knows that safety is one of the most critical elements in the aviation industry. So it is quite timely and appropriate that I ask the Chief Engineer of LIAT 20 to deliver a vote of thanks to us all here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ambassador David. Ladies and gentlemen, as we gathered on this very splendid afternoon, I can't help but recall the famous words of Leonardo da Vinci. Once you have tasted flight, you will walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward, for there you have been, and there you will always long to return. Today we celebrate the arrival of a new aircraft and the upward journey we are all embarking upon together as LIAT 2020. I want to begin by expressing my profound gratitude to our dedicated corporate communication lead, Ms. Shania Evans, who was ably assisted by Ms. Natasha White, who played a pivotal role in orchestrating today's events. We say thank you to Honorable Gaston Brown, Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, whose ongoing support fuels our mission and vision. Ambassador Davin Joseph, your presence today signifies the strong diplomatic ties between Antigua and Nigeria that facilitate our skyward aspirations. It is also my pleasure to acknowledge the presence of our special invited guests. Your participation today underscores the spirit of unity and cooperation that propels our nation forward. We are grateful for your presence and support. To the airport authorities, thank you for accommodating us in your facility, making today's event possible. We are also immensely grateful to the Antigua and Barbuda Fire Service. Your spectacular water salute was not just a welcome, but a celebration of new beginnings. To the Goddard Catering Group, thank you for the delightful light refreshments that have added a special flavor to our gathering. We cannot leave out the media and travel agents present today. Your role in broadcasting and supporting the story of LIAT 2020 is invaluable. You help us to tell our story and invite others to join us on this exciting journey. Lastly, I must acknowledge the unsung heroes behind the scenes. Our flight crews, engineers, our HR, our legal teams. Your dedication and hard work makes today possible. You are the backbone of our operations. Your tireless efforts ensure our success. As we close this ceremony, to our Caribbean people, we say thank you for joining us on the LIAT 2020's mission to foster connections among people and places, ensuring safe and reliable flight services. We are dedicated to delivering exceptional customer experience, building robust partnerships, and driving regional growth. We are setting the course for the future with promise and potential as the pride of the Caribbean. Thank you for being part of this landmark day. Safe travels and blue skies to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alan. Thank you. We'd like to bring this ceremony to an official close.